flipped, but a neighborhood nearby was hit even worse. Some people had called us and said, hey, we were hurt too here in Southbridge. So Peg Rasconi has been spending the day in Southbridge assessing the damage for us. Peg.
Well, Jack, you can see what a mess this all is, and keep in mind what you see here represents actual improvement. This road here only became passable to most vehicle traffic today, and you can see why. Look at those broken treetops there. The winds the other night ripped apart a big swath of forest. People here have gotten a crash course in a couple of things over the last couple of days: the power of nature and the kindness of their neighbors. Cutting through the massive tangle of tree limbs and trunks that landed on Heather Fuller's lawn and house were family members from out of state and a couple of strangers, Mennonites looking to help wherever it was needed. The funnel cloud had barely passed before a neighbor was banging on her door.
My neighbor, actually, he ran over right after it happened, and it was pretty scary. He's like knocking on the door, "You were right!" And I looked outside and I'm like, what the heck just happened? Yeah.
On her door, her daughter was crying. I don't think Heather had any idea what happened. She came out and said, "What happened?" I said, "We had a tornado," and she looked at her yard and, oh my gosh. And so I started to run to this guy's house. And
the landscape in Southbridge changed forever in a violent minute. A tornado sending a deluge of debris from the airport through wooded areas and into neighborhoods. Nathan Perrin says a deluge of family and neighbors offering help quickly followed.
That just means a lot. Like, everybody was coming through with tools saying they would help, and
Quiet.
This is great how we didn't really know anybody before this happened, but now all the neighbors, we all know each other.
Denise Clements is a Southbridge town councilor.
The local aid that has come from the Neighbors Helping Neighbors. We watched yesterday when we toured with State Rep Peter Durant and Senator Brown, neighbors cooking for each other. You know, had a gas grill out and making some hot dogs for people because they have nothing else.
And just another vantage point here, you can see all that blue tarp on house after house after house. That's a whole lot of roof damage. And I'm also told by people who live here that those houses were not actually visible from where I'm standing a few days ago because that was all forest in between here and there. All of that cut clean by the winds the other night. Jack?
All right, Peg Rasconi reporting live for us. Thank you, Peg. There are literally tens of thousands of stories to be told.